So the first thing I picked up these during If this is the first time we're meeting, hi and welcome back to the vlog. I'm Leanne Foley. I'm a UK illustrator based in the Cotswolds and I love using watercolour, but today we're going to try out some new art materials that I picked up from the car boot and Vinted to give them a whirl and see how they look. So I picked up these Drawing Studio 12 colouring pencils. They're 12 in this tin and they are unopened. I got those from a local car boot and I was really pleased with those. So we'll open these and try them today. And then we will try out the Caran d'Ache Neon Colour Wax Crayons from Switzerland. Now I got these off Vinted and they are pretty much brand new. I think they've been used a little, like maybe a couple of times, but they're literally still in top condition. Really chuffed with these. So let's give these a try. Now, I've been keeping this sketchbook. Let's turn this over and try out some of the pencils that we picked up to see how we got on. I think 12 is a good number of pencils to start with for colouring. And it's been a while since, I'm pretty sure I've used Drawing Studio pencils before. They're often really good for students, so they're widely used by school and college students, art students. These are a really good budget set to get if you are looking to get started with colouring. Let's have a play around and we'll decide what we're going to draw to sketch out. So I think what we'll start to do is we'll do a little swatch of the colours up here. I feel like these pencils would be quite good for layering. I was really chuffed with these and I think they'd be good for layering any detailed pieces of art. I haven't used these before, but the colour and the pigmentation matched what I expected. Was quite happy with it. There was a good layer of colour on the paper. Now, I'm really chuffed. I'm really chuffed with this. It's given me a good broad range of colours and it does feel like it's perfect for artists who just love the detail. So I think these can actually come with a fine and sharp point as well, so it's quite firm. These still have that smooth texture, but I would say maybe the con is the difficulty in making these blend, because I don't think they blend as easy as some of the other popular professional colouring sets like the Faber-Castell or Caran d'Ache range. These probably excel at fine lines rather than kind of colour blocking, but they would work well for technical drawing rather than maybe expressive art. Now I decided to go ahead and draw a strawberry because I'm literally thinking about strawberries all the time right now and planning for my next Creative and Curious Club workshop, which I think is going to be strawberry themed. And this didn't really put too much planning or thought behind this, so ideally if I go back I would probably sketch it out. But first I decided to colour block it and discover that that wasn't quite going to work. However, I gave it my best shot and I had a go at drawing a very rough strawberry with a few different colours to try and add some shade in here, and then go in with the leafy green and try and add the yellow. It didn't work. Try to be a little bit more refined in the detail here. I think this is where I realised that it can feel a little dry and maybe a little scratchy on certain papers. This one is kind of textured to hold the watercolour, so it didn't feel as smooth as maybe it might on a matte piece of card, so I should definitely try that to add a bit more of a creamy layer. I didn't love the output of this drawing, but I didn't really have a plan, and so therefore it is what it is. Sometimes you have to be okay with the messy. Now I think it's time to give the Caran d'Ache neon colour reins a little whirl. Now these just, I love the vibrancy of these colours, and I've never tried this brand before, so I'm really excited to give it a go. And wow, where should we start? So you can see these are pretty much brand new. They're a little bit, you can see there's been a couple of tests run on a few of them, but I'm still really chuffed with these. They came from Vinted and have all the details and all the little leaflets and goodies that you get with these. So yeah, chuffed with these. Let's give us a little go and we'll do a little swatch. Wow! Now straight away you can see the vibrancy and the pigment is really strong on these. It doesn't really feel like it needs much pressure at all to get the colour. Now I do appreciate they are neon colours, they are kind of wax crayons, but all of the same I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed with these. These feel really nice to work with, and I think I would enjoy working with these as well. Once we've swatched out the colours, we will have a go at drawing a strawberry with these ones, see how we go on. Now there is, I believe, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15 colours here in comparison to the 12 of colouring pencils, but again, you don't need really a lot to get started with when it comes to art and colour palettes. I think 12 is even a really good number because you have a full range from the yellows to the reds, oranges, blues, green. You've got all the main colours there from the primary and the secondary colour wheel. So let's give this a go. Quite like that. Then we've got the lighter blue to go. Nice. I really like this green. This is just beautiful. They call it emerald green, and it is just beautiful. Look at the texture. Yeah, these are a dream to work with. And we've got gold, also very nice. I feel like it's been a while since I've tried different materials, so I'm really chuffed to be doing this today. And I think if we like this video, then I will look to do some more. I do have some new gouache paints to try rather. Okay, so you can't really see the white on this, but that's understandable. However, really pleased with the swatches of the Caran d'Ache neon colours, wax pencils I believe they're called. Love them, love them. 2 different kinds of pencils, 2 different materials, really chuffed. Let's see if we can make a strawberry out of these. While I'm drawing the next strawberry, I think the cons for me on this one are I would probably try using these neon colours with maybe gouache, mainly because I find both the pencils and the neon colours lack precision, so I didn't feel like I could get the precision I would normally get with watercolour or gouache. This is my first time using these, so I haven't actually tried to activate this with water, which might also work. I mean, the shading that you can do with this one as well is just really lovely. I love that they come in this tin case because I think they'd be great for travelling. If you didn't want to take lots of art materials with you, you could just take these colours. I think they're enough in there to give you enough depth and variety that you need. I had a lot of fun just messing around with these. Now, can we get yellow on top here? And the answer is no, but if you're looking for a more polished, clean illustration, then these give a looser, more texture and spontaneous aesthetic. Think more painterly and less that traditional look. Well, It's not perfect, but it's fine for what we want to do today, which is test out these two as potential art materials. And I think we can conclude that out of both sets, the Caran d'Ache certainly won my favour. I think the Studio 12 are perfect for just everyday drawing, or if you just want to try and sketch. But if you're looking to do anything at a professional grade, then I would certainly look at other options over this. The difference is prices, and we'll get to that in a second, but definitely those crayons for the Caran d'Ache are quite premium in terms of the quality. They're known as artist grade, so again those are also going to be more expensive than your average crayon, and that's why they call them, I guess, pencils. It's worth keeping that in mind. It's a premium Swiss quality, which may not suit everybody's budget. But if you want to dabble in something with a good quality at a budget price, check out something like Vinted. The big thing I noticed with the Caran d'Ache neon colours was the ease and being able to just glide across the paper, and the vibrancy in the colours certainly stood out for me as something I really enjoyed using. That is my final review, so let's talk about budgets and cost. The Caran d'Ache cost me around £20 including delivery on Vinted. They normally retail for 22 to 30, and the Duet pencils I picked up at Car Boot for £3. I believe they normally retail for around 15, so I was really pleased with that. So whether you're all about the detail or the bold colours, you'll find these a charm to work with. I'll definitely be mixing both of these in a future project. Let me know in the comments if you've used any of these or if you plan to, and how you got on. Don't forget to follow along and like and subscribe if you want to join in more creative adventures. And until next week, stay creative and stay curious.